Hi guys, it's Mary McIntyre here. I'm playing hide and seek with the Lunar X and V. The sky is not helping me. Hang on, I need to just do something with the laptop quickly. Okay, I'm back. If I turn round, you may be able to see that the moon is behind me with lots of broken cloud, and it's really frustrating. I can't get a decent video length on here without cloud getting in the way, so I'm having to play hide and seek. The mount isn't tracking very well because I'm on my portable mount and I set it up in a rush, so I have no idea if I'm going to get anything here. As soon as I start capturing a video, cloud comes across. Sorry about my voice, by the way. 7 weeks of continuously losing my voice, so I'm struggling with videos. But anyway, I love the Lunar X and V, and it's on a setting moon, which is not ideal, but it's still better than no Lunar X and V, so I'll take it. I'll see if I can show you on screen what I'm capturing. Okay, so there you can see the Lunar X on my screen. There's another bunch of cloud about to cover it up. This is what I'm dealing with. It's so frustrating. Apologies for the background noise, by the way. It's harvesting season here in the UK, so being outdoors, harvesting noises, and me with a croaky voice. What could possibly go wrong with this video? So I very quickly set up my portable mount. The Skywatcher mount is phenomenal when you take the time to set it up properly. I did not do that. I've more or less got it north, guessed at whether it was level. I probably haven't tightened things up properly because it's not tracking properly, and normally it's a dream, so that's entirely user error. I was in such a rush to try and capture this before the moon got any lower that I was really worried that I was not going to get anything, so I just quickly threw everything together. So it's on a tripod, obviously in the middle of my lawn because the moon's too low to get from the pier at this time of year, and I'm using the William Optics 70mm refractor, the Celestron 3X Barlow here, and my trusty ASI 120 colour camera. So I'm capturing with shark cap. You can see the sky up there, the moon is behind there somewhere. It's that really irritating kind of cloud where you just get glimpses and you think, yes, I'm going to get something, and then you start capturing and that's what you get. So hopefully I've had a couple of gaps that were big enough for me to get something. I love the X and V, so I'll take anything I can get, quite frankly, and looking at that cloud up there now, I don't think I'm going to get anything else, but I'm going to sit here on my little stool and let the dust from the harvesting make my asthma worse and make my sore throat worse. But it's what we do for astronomy. It's what we do. It's getting quite cool out here. Do you know what? The rest of the sky over that way is completely clear. Why? Every time there's something interesting, why does this happen? It's so annoying. Today as well, there was a massive prominence visible on the sun, like a huge prominence, and I didn't get any time where there was enough sun shining clear enough for me to get any videos or anything. It wasn't even worth setting up the telescope, to be honest. So that's looking fairly terminal for right now, but we'll see how it goes. I'll stop waffling and just sit and watch and see if I get anything else, and then obviously I'll share you the results. Share you the results? I will show you the results, share the results, one or the other, at the end of the video. Okay, I'm going to stop talking because my voice is giving up. I'll show you the videos in a minute. Okay, while I'm waiting for a gap in the clouds, I've just stacked one of the videos, and that's an unprocessed stacked image. So that's a 50% stack of a 1000 frame video. Look at the shadows up there on Albategnius. Awesome. So even if none of my other videos have worked, I'm happy with that one. I just wanted to show you on screen. I know you're going to see it properly in a minute, but that's the untouched, straight out of AutoStacker. So, I can breathe now. I know I've got what I wanted. I'm going to go and see if the V has worked while I wait for another cloud gap. I think it's game over. The moon had come down in front of a branch on that tree. I trimmed it off, but now it's just solid cloud in the path that the moon's going to fall down into. But yeah, I've got the X. I'm just stacking the V, see how that came out. And I think I managed to get a video of the mountains as well. There's quite a few videos where I started recording and then had to abandon because clouds came across. So I don't know what I'll get out of those, but there are at least 3 videos that I think should get something, so I'll take that. That's better than what I thought I was going to get about half an hour ago. I was being such a stress head when I was setting this up. I must have driven my husband crazy. So yeah, time to pack all this away now and carry on stacking, and hopefully I've got something worthwhile. I think I do. I think it'll be okay. So here's the picture of the Lunar X. I was in such a rush to kind of get everything filmed at the beginning, I didn't explain what the Lunar X and V are. So if you don't know what they are a clair-obscur effect, which is basically French for light and shade. And they're a transient effect that happen once a month, and only for around 4 hours. And the X is caused when sunlight hits the rims of craters Blanchinus, Lecaille and Purback. So that's what causes the X. There isn't really an actual X there, it's just the rims of the craters. When the sunlight hits it at the right angle, it causes this X that kind of shines out brightly illuminated from the shadowy bit, so it's really close to where the lunar terminator is, and it looks really, really cool. It's just one of those things that just looks awesome. The exact time that it happens may not be when the moon is above the horizon where you live, so you don't get to see this every month. And the other thing that's interesting, because of lunar libration, the exact phase that this happens changes as well. So it can be anywhere, like during 2022, for example, in July, the Lunar X and V were visible on a 42% moon, whereas in January it was a 53% moon, and in December it'll be a 54% moon. So it depends how the moon is wobbling through its libration. So it's one of those things that you don't get to see every month, and when you do get to see it, it's a nice treat. And 4 hours later, the lunar terminator will have moved across, and you'll still be able to make out the X, but it'll be surrounded by other bits of the surface illuminated, so it won't stand out like it does in this picture. So all things considered, I am incredibly happy with this photograph. It was such a nightmare to just kind of cloud dodge and keep hitting record on the video. I didn't even get enough of a clear opportunity to check my focus was good. So, you know, I really am very, very pleased with how this one came out. So here's a picture of the Lunar V. So the Lunar V is caused when light hits some of the high regions of crater Urquhart, as well as some other smaller craters within the surrounding area. And a little bit later on you can also see it's not as vivid on this particular picture, but once, if this had been taken like an hour later, there's like a secondary V underneath it, so it's kind of like a double V. So there's the really bright one at the top, and then underneath it is a more subtle one, and again just looks like a letter V, and you can see shadows being cast by the walls of those craters as well. So it's a really interesting effect, and the X and V are always visible at the same time, so that's why people tend to talk about them in the same breath, essentially. This is the final picture that I managed to take tonight, and this is showing part of Montes Apenninus at the bottom. The smaller mountain range above that is Montes Caucasus. I think that's how you pronounce it. So these are 2 lunar mountain ranges, and I think you've got the Montes Alpes just on the top left of the picture there as well. At this lunar phase, they are so striking. You can almost feel like the peaks of those mountains will take your eye out. They're just so sharp, and they cast the most exquisite shadows. And as the Terminator moves across, those shadows get shorter and shorter, and more of the mountains get illuminated. And it's a really beautiful part of the moon, and I never ever get bored of looking at this phase. It's just gorgeous. Anywhere around a kind of half-lit moon is really good for these sorts of shadows. So it's this is a really great picture considering the conditions and how low the moon was, and the fact I had to keep stopping and starting because of cloud. So absolutely awesome that I managed to capture that. So just 3 pictures from this imaging session, but to be honest, that is 3 more than I thought I was going to get. And they've come out quite well. They've considering the conditions and how rushed everything was, the fact the telescope wasn't tracking properly, when you think about all of those things combined, I kind of can't quite believe that I got this result from these pictures. As I said before, I didn't even get a chance to properly check my focus because the moon wouldn't stay in shot like without the clouds long enough for me to even check that. So I'm really, really made up with the results, and I'm apologetic to my husband for being such a stress head when I was setting up, because I was not a happy person when I was trying to get everything working. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this came out, and I hope you enjoyed. It was a bit of a last minute decision to do the vlog because, as I said, I'm really struggling with my voice at the moment. I'm having terrible problems, so I've been saving it for talks and not much else. So I just thought quickly it'd be a fun thing to vlog, then you can see how difficult lunar imaging can actually be. But despite that, if you persevere, you can get some really incredible results. Right, I'll definitely stop waffling this time, and take care everyone. I hope you have a really lovely weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.